Behind the scenes in a busy kitchen in Chicago's Lincoln Park neighborhood, where the freshest ingredients complement balanced recipes for a discerning clientele. Only this is no restaurant. It's the first brick-and-mortar just food for dogs store in the greater Chicagoland area, and business is booming.
We only use ingredients that are approved by USDA for human consumption. What that means essentially is all the ingredients here, you can see it at your local grocery store or your restaurant. And so we really look to see the quality ingredients in our meals.
That quality is exactly what consumers are looking for these days. A recent survey from MetLife Pet Insurance finds 8 in 10 pet parents agree that realistically, there's no limit on what they'd spend to ensure their pet is happy and healthy. Since 2021, fresh cat food sales are up 54%. For dogs, a staggering 86%, with brands like Farmer's Dog, Ollie Fresh, and Nom Nom leading the pack. But with costs averaging 5 times that of traditional canned food and kibble, feeding your pet so-called human-grade food can be cost prohibitive.
Basically, the added cost comes from the ingredient quality. We work with sourcing from suppliers that adhere to really strict standards, much as what we see with human-grade food. And so that adds to the cost of the meals that we provide.
In the quest to provide the finest human-grade food at more affordable prices, some pet parents are ditching commercially sold pet foods and turning to what are known as ancestral diets. Homemade meals utilizing raw proteins and organic ingredients while adding their own nutritional supplements. Diets that require not only extensive prep time in the kitchen, but also careful execution.
I just basically weigh out, so I know exactly what they need per meal. And
so it's 3 times a day?
Yeah, so that's what Ty would get 3 times a day.
Gina Meyer is a single pet parent who lives in Aurora. She adopted Ty and Hutch from Paws Chicago a decade ago, but recently grew frustrated when age and health issues turned mealtime into an exercise in futility.
Before I started feeding the dogs this food, I was like sitting on the kitchen floor, like basically like begging my dog to eat.
Desperate for a solution, Gina turned to social media, where she learned she wasn't alone. Other dog and cat owners with finicky eaters were seeing success through customized meal plans. Food prepared at home in large portions and then frozen.
I follow what is called a prey raw food diet, which is predominantly it's a combination of muscle meat, organs, and bone. So all the nutrients pretty much live in the organs, and they get the calcium from the bone.
Gina admits that the transition to a raw diet requires commitments of both time and energy. However, the cost savings when compared to buying pre-packaged food is substantial. But before making the switch, understanding the potential hazards is key. Kelly Cairns is certified in internal medicine for small animals and is on the board of directors for the Chicago Veterinary Medical Association.
It's critically important that homemade diet is nutritionally balanced and complete. And that often requires adding certain supplements and vitamins and minerals. The big risk would be that we are feeding a long-term nutritionally unbalanced diet.
Gina noticed changes in Ty soon after putting him on the prey diet. He stopped regurgitating his food, his coat became shinier, and his energy level increased dramatically.
He is 11, going to be 12, and he acts like he's probably like 2 or 3. He's actually super playful.
Karen suggests partnering with your veterinarian to determine what specific food is going to be optimal for your pet, including different brands that best meet their nutritional requirements.
Really, it's not very different than with humans. So good nutrition means that a pet is getting the right amount of nutrients like proteins and fats and carbohydrates, as well as the right amount of minerals and vitamins that the pet needs, but also getting those things in the right quantity.
But what about dog and cat owners who simply can't afford the high cost of a human-grade diet, and others who don't have the time or energy to prepare custom-made meals at home?
The good news is there's a lot of great stuff out there. So even if you go to a supermarket, you can find a lot of high-quality commercial pet foods, both canned and or dry, that are made by many reputable pet food companies that put a lot of energy into the quality control and the nutrition that's in those foods.
And so whether out of a can or bag, upscale neighborhood retailer, or your own kitchen, whatever it is you're serving your fur babies, they're likely reaping the benefits.
So whatever I can do to make their lives that much better and make them live happy, healthy lives, that I'll do anything for them.
Don, quick footnote. There are no studies with regard to whether or not your dog or cat will live longer on a fresh food diet or the prey diet. However, there are a number of studies that say if your dog or cat is leaner, they will live longer. And there are studies that show a fresh food diet will help them to manage their weight better.
Well, she said his coat got shiny, Eric.
Yeah.
There are all kinds of benefits.
Yeah.